Does anyone remember that one show? There's a sponge and he's in SquarePants. Sometimes he's yellow and other times he's under the sea. No, I'm not talking about SpongeBob, but all of the other shows and different types of media that reference the iconic characters and moments from SpongeBob SquarePants. Over the years, the show has become a household name. He's not just a sponge that lives in a pineapple under the sea, but an iconic character that has become a hallmark in cartoon culture. Hey everyone, I'm Justin with Channel Frederator, and don't blink because you might just miss these hilarious and sometimes shocking moments in SpongeBob SquarePants references in pop culture. Number 1. Avatar: The Last Airbender. In the episode The Siege of the North Part 1 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Katara battles against a skilled waterbender and freezes him in ice. This amuses Master Paku, who teases Katara's opponent that in a couple of years he might be ready to fight a sea sponge. A sea sponge, you say? Maybe one who's a master in karate? In a German translation of the same scene, Master Paku refers to a starfish instead. I think Master Paku would find SpongeBob and Sandy to be excellent pupils. Patrick, on the other hand, ugh, not so much. Although SpongeBob is no waterbender, the creators of Avatar did say that this reference was meant to be a friendly poke at SpongeBob, as they shared a network at the time. Number 2. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy references SpongeBob a couple times, the first being a rather blatant scam in the form of a commercial for sea critters, fish-like pals that talk and live underwater. They're seen in a familiar underwater background that resembles Bikini Bottom, complete with flower-shaped clouds. And for the very low price of $49.95, you too can own your very own sea critters. In the episode Be Afraid, Be Very Afraid, Grim is hired to be the spokesperson for a new monster laxative, and by that, I mean a laxative meant for monsters. I hope. Anyway, there is a familiar looking monster on that board of directors, a teal looking square sponge in a suit. Sponge Teal's square suit, perhaps? But this sponge also has the added bonus of fangs and horns. When the laxative business tanks, the board regrets hiring Grim. It seems that the SpongeBob doppelganger is the one to blame and takes part in the firing of Grim, which of course involves the typical baseball bat beating, blowtorching, and dumping of hot coffee on him. I guess it's true to what they say. There are only two certainties in life: death and laxatives. Number 3. Phineas and Ferb. There are many parallels to SpongeBob sprinkled into various episodes of Phineas and Ferb. While underwater in Atlantis, Ferb drinks tea the same way that SpongeBob and Patrick do in Tea at the Tree Dome. And in Summer Belongs to You, Phineas pulls a starfish and a sponge out of the sand, claiming, "There has got to be something we can make out of this. No, that's ridiculous," before throwing them away. A sneaky SpongeBob reference is layered in the episode Phineas and Ferbusters, as Doofenshmirtz is chased through his lab by a giant robot. This is similar to SpongeBob being chased in his dream and Crab Borg after watching a scary robot movie featuring a man being chased by a robot as well. The man in the movie is none other than Dan Povenmire, who voices Dr. Doofenshmirtz. He was also a storyboard artist, storyboard director, and writer on SpongeBob. I guess old robot habits die hard. Number 4. I'm Ready, AJR. TV isn't the only place you can get your SpongeBob fix. In 2013, American indie pop band AJR released the track I'm Ready. It uses the iconic catchphrase of one Mr. SpongeBob SquarePants, "I'm ready," which is sampled throughout the song. It was featured in the international trailer for the film Trainwreck, but it had already gained popularity before then, topping the charts in Australia before going platinum in 2015. I'll admit, it's a catchy song, but it's no Jellyfish Jam. Number 5. Right Where I Want You, X Sponge X Core X. And of course, I would be remiss to mention SpongeBob music and not talk about the SpongeBob SquarePants metal band X Sponge X Core X and their single Right Where I Want You, which features samples from the episode Chocolate with Nuts. The song uses much of the storyline of the episode, following Tom, a very vocal fish who wants some chocolate, as well as a daughter and her much, older mother. The song ends the way all songs should, with Patrick's strong self saying he loves us. We love you too, Patrick, just not as much as chocolate. Number 6. Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls stars the dynamic brother and sister team Dipper and Mabel Pines as they uncover strange forces and fight supernatural creatures at their uncle's mystery shack during the summer. In the episode Double Dipper, one such creature, Paper Jam Dipper, named after an unfortunate Paper Jam cloning accident, parallels a familiar foe, Doodlebob. And as we all know, SpongeBob faces in Frankendoodle. Paper Jam Dipper and Doodlebob share many similarities, such as a 2D appearance, limited communication skills, and in the end, they're both erased. Or in Paper Jam Dipper's case, washed away. In the words of Doodlebob and Paper Jam Dipper, oh me hoy me noy. Number 7, The Simpsons. Our sponge who Bart in heaven, hallowed by thy Bob. That's right, SpongeBob makes a couple appearances in the animated classic, The Simpsons. In She Used to Be My Girl, Lisa is seen praying to Buddha, Jesus, and apparently SpongeBob. We're then shown the two deities and the yellow sponge looking down at her from the heavens. While Buddha wants to help her, SpongeBob only laughs at her misfortune. Guess this sponge is not a merciful god. This isn't the only time The Simpsons pokes fun at the underwater fry cook. In Yellow Subterfuge, when Krusty the Clown is considering selling the rights to his show, Lisa tells him that SpongeBob SquarePants sold their rights to an Italian channel, resulting in the popular show Spugna Roberto Quadrati Pantaloni, or Sponge Roberto SquarePants. Lisa then shows Krusty a clip of Spugna giving Squidwardo Calamari a landmine as a gift, but as Squidwardo refuses the gift, the bomb detonates and kills them both. Now this parody could also be referring to the episode Dying for Pie, in which Squidward gives SpongeBob a pie-shaped bomb as a gift, although at the end of the episode when the bomb goes off, Squidward and SpongeBob survive unharmed. I think the lesson we can learn from this is you should think twice before giving bombs as gifts, aka you should never do it. Ever. Number 8, Futurama. Matt Groening doesn't stop poking fun at SpongeBob in The Simpsons. It carries over into his other show Futurama as well. When Leela creates her own children's show in the episode Yo Leela Leela, the network producer Abner Doubledeal tells Leela of the show's success. He claims it'll be bigger than SpongeBob SquareBolts in a square robot machine that giggles, which can also be seen as a reference to the several times in the show when SpongeBob has been a robot. The very first in SB29 as Spongetron, a futuristic robot descent of SpongeBob, then again in Welcome to the Chum Bucket, when Plankton removes SpongeBob's brain in order to obtain the Krabby Patty secret formula, and then Toy Boy, another SpongeBob robot created by Plankton with the purpose of destroying Christmas, seen in It's a SpongeBob Christmas. Number 9, Binging with Babish, Krabby Patty. The one question that has haunted us throughout our lives, that's poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague onto our houses, okay, well not exactly, but it's still pretty important, the Krabby Patty secret formula. Many fans have theorized what the formula and secret ingredient could possibly be, and new cooking channel Binging with Babish has taken on the challenge of figuring it out. He gives it his best shot as he makes 2 possible Krabby Patty burgers and shows step-by-step instructions on how to prepare and cook the 2 meals. While Babish himself believes there is no secret ingredient, he indulges us with 2 possibilities. The first being the popular fan theory of the secret ingredient being a pinch of King Neptune's Poseidon power, or MSG to us land dwellers. As for the second take on what the Krabby Patty secret formula might be, well, if you want to see for yourself, check out the link in the box below, comment and let us know what you think the real secret ingredient is. Number 10, Real Life SpongeBob. SpongeBob is so ingrained in our society and synonymous with sea life that we've even started naming new oceanic discoveries after him. In 2011, Dr. Desjardins, a professor of ecology and evolution at San Francisco State University, co-discovered a new species of sea fungus, which they then later named Spongiforma SquarePantsi. Unlike SpongeBob though, this mushroom, although porous and more orange than yellow, resides in Lambir Hills National Park in Sarawak, Malaysia. That's quite a swim away from Bikini Bottom, which is rumored to be in the Bermuda Triangle. I wonder if there are any pineapples down there. And that's all the deep sea sponge references we have today. I'm Justin, aka Skelfly with Channel Frederator, and thanks for watching SpongeBob SquarePants references in pop culture. Did you have any favorites? Are there any that we missed? Let us know in the comment section down below. We have videos dropping every day, so make sure to subscribe to Channel Frederator and click that little bell icon to become part of that awesome notification squad. Never forget, Patrick and Frederator loves you.